I already hit it. Hi,
Oh, you already did it.
everybody. Oh
Oh my
my
days.
God. Ashley looks like she's not even wearing a shirt, keeping it loose and naughty in the
Well, I
summer.
am wearing a shirt. It's just that my hair is kind of covering it.
Oh,
I
Ashley,
could be topless.
you are in Scotland currently. Are you aware
I'm
of
back
who's
in
been arrested
Scotland.
today?
No.
Oh my God, I'm so happy I get to tell you this. I'm so happy I knew it. I
Who
fucking
has been
knew it.
arrested? I don't read the news. I don't listen to the news. I don't go on
You
Twitter
don't listen to the
anymore.
news?
So this
All
is
right.
like how I
What
get
a great.
things.
Okay, for
And
those
you
of
know
you
what? I feel
listening,
like you guys enjoy telling me things.
welcome to the
So
show. To the people in Scotland. I know that you know who got arrested today. So Ashley, I would like you to choose what do you think the person who got arrested, what do you think they do?
oh, um, I'm going to take a wild guess and
I
say that
want you
they
to.
could be a politician.
Well, they used to be.
Oh, it no,
I want you to guess.
it's not Nicola Sturgeon, right? Why?
Murder. She murdered Scotland's dreams. Yeah, arrested 600,000.
Okay,
The
I'm
scandal with her
googling.
husband, that whole thing. Just got arrested and was questioned as a suspect today.
Former SNP leader arrested. Uh, it's a finance inquiry.
Still arrested. Don't be so
Still arrested,
still arrested.
yes.
Oh, so wait, hang
Has
on.
been
Hang on. Let's
released
roll that
as of
tone.
16 minutes ago. Has been released.
That tone right there. That right there is the most I like this politician so they can do what they like, which is like it's just a financial crime. Yeah, for a politician, that's their
You
favorite one.
no. You said
Financial crime?
murder, so I was
Which
like, could it be?
what did you think? Well, go ahead. What
You said
you
murder.
Oh, no. So she's a
Yeah.
politician, of course. She's
So
a
that's what that reaction was.
Ashley, you need to follow the news more. Politicians don't murder individually. They bomb a full country. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
You do,
fair.
you do know what happened on Friday, right?
No. I was in Portugal on Friday. I wasn't
How have
looking
you
at
missed this?
news.
Who do you think who lost their job on Friday? Do you know who lost their job on Friday?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's guess. Let's guess. Who do you think lost their job on Friday?
It's not the new first minister, is it?
It is not the new first minister, but
Okay.
you are a great guess. Great guess. You're right. You're right in the ballpark. You're right. Let's make this British. You're right in. Let's make it even. Let's make it Irish. You're right in the Ga area.
Okay.
You're
It's
right
still a
in the.
pitch.
You're right on the Ga committee that controls the city council.
Right. Well then I'm probably not going to guess it because that
No,
is the limit
it's a
of my
British.
knowledge.
It's a British. It's within British topical news. Someone left their job on Friday.
It's not the prime minister. We can't have another one of those already.
Very close. Very close.
Oh, is it what's her face?
No, the other one.
The
Boris
other
Johnson
one.
resigned as an MP on Friday. He's out of
Oh,
public life.
okay. Right.
And do you know who got indicted on Friday as well?
No, what's
Oh my
happening?
God, Ashley.
I
Donald Trump
went
got
on
indicted again.
holiday. I haven't looked at anything since I came back from my holiday.
I've been to Portugal. They have newspaper stands almost everywhere. How are the
Yes, but they're
tarts?
in Portuguese.
You don't speak Portuguese? Los hablas portugués?
Un poco.
Un poco. I love that their poquito is poco. It's the fuck. Like, can I just say?
No, that's the same in Spanish and Portuguese is un poquito, un poco. It's the same.
But un poco, I've only ever heard in Portuguese, and un poquito,
It's
I've only ever heard in
well,
Spanish. And I
okay,
just
that's
find
probably just
poco.
like regional casual language,
Sure.
sure,
But let
but
me just say
they're the
this.
same because you can say un poco in Spanish as well.
Maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. But I'm giving the Portuguese the W on that one. In that poco, so much cuter for little thing than
It's
poquito.
poco.
Like,
Poco.
and poquito is good. Like, okay,
They're both cute. They're both cute.
no one gives Spanish the credit for just being the fun language. You know what I
Spanish
mean?
is the fun language.
Oh, and let me say that, and
Yes.
I don't care what anyone says. French fucks. Like that language fucks. Oh, bon.
Yeah. Learning that language is like getting ridden up the arse.
Mon Dieu. Oh my God, so much masculine and feminine. And much like at a sex party, some of those will surprise you. Shit.
Yes. I'm very unfamiliar with French. I've done a lot of kind of
Not
reading and
so
looking at
unfamiliar with
Spanish and
butt
Portuguese and
stuff. Sorry.
German. I've looked at Czech. I've looked at loads of different languages. I've never
Hang
glanced
on.
at
Hang
French.
the fuck on, you asshole. Who learns Czech
I lived
before
in
French?
Prague.
Still though.
I
I
lived
still
in
find that
Prague. I
egregious.
lived in Prague.
Madam, we all know you lived in Prague. We're never going to forget that you lived in Prague. Every
Yes,
time I
but
see an
that is
IKEA, I
why
think
I
about you and being in
looked.
Prague.
That is why I learned Czech.
Yeah. What is Czech for? Where is the bathroom I need to faint?
I don't actually
I'm
know.
surprised.
I'm
I
sure.
got to
You
tell
know
you.
what? I'm sure I knew how to ask for the bathroom when I lived there, but I don't remember. All I can remember how to say in Czech is "Moje čeština není moc dobrá," which is "my Czech is not very good."
Good. Oh, that's so good. Oh my God. I do an Eastern European language is so I
It
will say this.
sounds sexy. It really.
Oh,
It sounds like all I'm saying is my Czech
dirty.
is not very good, but you were turned on.
Of course, but every Eastern European language sounds like you're about to get fucked in an alley. Like it's just like
Yes.
there's no oh. I always think of Estonia as the like undercover dutty country of the Eastern Europe Baltic region because it's so
Sure.
well lit, but so many alleys. You know what I mean? We want to be out, but we have a secret.
Yes.
How was your week? How was
So
Portugal?
no,
Tell
we
us more.
haven't. We have to circle back. Who did what on Friday?
Donald Trump got indicted on 37 counts, including espionage charges, because of the documents. Yeah. Oh my God,
Yay!
my
Oh,
father
that's
and
a
I had an
win. That's a
absolute
win
fucking
for the world.
time. My dad read the full indictment seconds after I was at the gym. I ended up standing in the like weird lobby of the gym, texting my father for 15 minutes because it was just, oh my God, it was fucking nuts. I do
That's
think this.
great.
I think this, and then the Georgia indictment that's coming down. I think your boy is done, and I think we're going to see Joe Biden versus I don't fucking know in 2024. I'm announcing this now. I will be on the American election night. I will be attempting to do another stream. We are not going to do it 19 hours. I don't know what it's going to be yet. We got a long time ahead of us.
You've got a while to.
I am
plan
planning
this.
on relaunching that pony in 18 months for that fine evening. Holy fuck, what a nightmare that was. Ashley, it is so like, man, did I almost have a real meltdown. Woo, just talking
Yeah.
to JF Harris and Alfie Brown through the night. Oh, we thought that Donald Trump was going to be it was nuts when Donald, like, we do not talk about this enough. I lived in a country for 2 full years where the king was the guy from The Apprentice, and we just had to exist in that reality.
Yeah.
Also, I almost had to bring Brandon Wardell on stage yesterday, but he didn't make it, so I didn't.
But he's still on your hand.
He's still in my hand. I didn't shower. I chose coffee. It was between coffee and shower.
I have also not showered.
Why would you? It's also Sunday. Like, get off my fucking dick,
I
everybody.
didn't have to go anywhere today. Well,
You
that's not true.
do really seem like vacation, Ashley, by the way, with this flat topped Carhartt hat.
I
feel
got
like we're
this on my holiday.
Yeah, are we on I feel like you've just like, do you have like a new cool boyfriend you brought back from Port? This guy's his name's Drake, and he dresses all in black with a turtleneck, and he turns out he smokes.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, this guy sounds fucking cool. Ooh.
That didn't happen.
Did you have any vacation?
No.
Really?
Honestly, I did nothing. I did nothing.
The best. Did you read a full book in a day?
I read a full book on the holiday. I didn't read it in a day. I'm not actually, considering I'm quite well read. I've worked in books. I would consider myself quite a literate person. I'm very slow at reading.
I gotta tell you, I go like, it depends on what it is, depends on the book. Like some books I can fucking burn through.
Sure.
And then like I always have like, basically I always have like a serious book going, and then always like a like Jolly Japes one. And yeah, the serious one, I literally like, I read a book on anarchism for 3 years.
I brought a novella on holiday with me, as in really, really small book,
Oh
and
yeah.
I didn't get through it. I only finished it on the plane back.
Now, Ashley, just to clarify, were you Eat, Pray, Loving, or were you Wanda Gets Her Groove backing?
I don't understand the second reference.
It's a movie that you were probably too young for that no one has seen, but it was called How Wanda Got Her Groove Back. And in the 90s, we mocked that title by asking people, are you Wanda? And is this how you got your groove back?
Right. But how did she get her groove back?
That is not known.
Okay.
No one will watch the movie. No one should. And no one is going to.
Okay.
So no one knows.
I don't think I'm either of them. I will admit, I actually put this on my Instagram post that I actually didn't enjoy it that much.
Really?
I just felt like, why the fuck am I in this country just to do nothing?
That's
by
why
myself?
You're there. Listen, it's really hard for me too.
I couldn't come to grips with it actually on this occasion.
I know.
I'm pretty good at being in my own company.
I don't think it's that. I've been in this situation. What it is that you get this weird, especially like if you're in like if your times are financially tough and you're doing something like this, like you want it to.
That was another thing. I was like, this is too expensive for what it is.
This is what it is. You want it to be. You're like, I need this to be restorative, and so you're like you walking around your vacation just stressed of like this isn't relaxing enough, and it's just a fuck. I've been in there too, where you're like, and you have to get to this place where you're like the money is already spent. I can't get it back.
I did. I hit that wall.
So hard. It's so hard.
I hit that wall, and the really frustrating thing was that the weather wasn't great, and so
El Nino
I couldn't
has really
do the thing that I really
all.
wanted, which was to just lie in the sun. Now, I will say I did go out to the beach twice. It was still warm enough.
Sorry, I was trying to find like a fun beach noise, and instead we almost just lived through some sort of Michael Caine thriller. Michael Caine? Who the fuck's Michael King? Oh, that's more beachy.
Yeah, that's slightly more beachy. But yeah, I did go out to the beach. Oh, I had a real disaster. So basically what I really, really wanted was to be almost completely naked on a beach. And just get a bit of a tan. There's a wrap party coming up, and I've bought a top that's completely backless. And I wanted to have like a nice tanned back going into this, I just have a vision.
I know it probably didn't happen. So let me just say this, and hopefully this makes you feel better.
It is happening.
Oh, great. I just want to I was just going to say, I've never heard a man say this. Whoa, check out how tanned her back is. And if I heard a man say that, I would assume he was going to wear that woman's skin as a jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a good leathering going.
Ooh, yeah. Look how tanned that property of mine is. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh,
no, I will say it's not just that. It's more I already had gotten a little bit of color on my shoulders, and it was going to be stripy and uneven, and that's what we don't want. Like that, I would either be pale or even tan. I can't deal with the strappy tan.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
And I know the pain you're in again. I've never heard a man say he had a stripy, uneven tan.
Yes, but I would know.
Doth unable to erect.
I just for me, I needed it. And
I understand. I just want to let you know that I know two different guys that have said to me, yes, she had herpes and she said it was probably not a good idea for us to bang unprotected, but I'm pretty sure I don't have herpes. So you need, like, I just understand that I want to constitute the whole thing. I'm just like, I understand that you wanted a nice sort of like vava voom. You know what I mean? You wanted to give it the old vava voom.
Yes.
But in this case, do not worry. You know what I mean?
I'm not stressed, but
you were worried about being able to play the timpani for a bunch of people who don't give a fuck about the drum.
Yeah.
I think that's the funniest and most clever thing I've ever said ever.
Best things you've ever said. And I do feel like you could make a bit out of this.
Oh yeah, I think I've written one of the. I have something in what I go explain. I don't give a shit here. Is I'm officially done with people complaining about generations. People just don't like 20-year-olds. That's what it is. Like it's just because all of the criticisms of Gen Z are just millennials again, but the only difference is we're now just saying, oh, it happened at work. It's just we don't like 20-year-olds. I got news for you. I'm a 37-year-old. I don't like 20-year-olds. They like they're all weirdly too confident. They stink. Like they all smell weird. Like they don't know how to do certain things, and it feels like it's insane.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know how to tip? Just fucking make up a number. It doesn't fucking matter. Jesus.
I had literally I had an hour to kill before the bus back to the airport yesterday. So I went down to the little waterfront area. I sat on the bench and I just read my book because I didn't want to go far from where the bus was going to be. I was just like, I'm just going to sit. The sun was out and I was just going to sit in the sun. The guns were out. And there was a story I was starting a few minutes ago we have to come back to. Sitting on the beach. I was sitting on the beach. We're going to come back to that though.
Go on.
So I was sat on the bench before we get on the bus, and this fucking 24-year-old kid comes up to me on a motorbike. Not on a motorbike, sorry, on a moped.
Damn.
And he literally pulls up in front of me. I look at him and immediately look away. I'm completely uninterested. I'm giving you no signs that I want to talk to you. I'm not fucking
that's what I would do.
Interested.
Sounds right.
I want to read my book. I only have an hour left in this lovely sunshine that I didn't get for the past 3 days because the clouds were out. And this kid just
want to read his penis, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not interested at all.
Well,
and this kid just starts talking at me.
Portuguese or English?
Pakistani.
What a fucking curveball! Good for him.
He's a Pakistani boy, and
the confidence of men is unparalleled. I am a man. I'm a 14-year-old boy on a moped. There is a full adult. She wants to suck my
24.
dick.
He's 24. He's not a full child. Let's make sure this isn't a child.
Oh yeah, a full man. I'm a 24-year-old Pakistani guy. I do not speak that woman's language. That's not going to be a problem. Yeah. She's going to be wooed by the poetry I am about to use to describe her haunches, and then she's going to shuck me off while I lean against my moped right here in the middle of the street in Porto. So go ahead. Yeah. What occurred?
So he just starts talking at me, and he makes up some story about how he's supposed to be meeting his friend. Can he talk to me until he has to go meet his friend? And then at the end, he's like, no, my friend's not coming anymore. I'm like, this is bullshit. But I was just like, to be honest, I literally said, I'd rather be left alone, please. And he just kept talking at me for another 15 minutes. And he started to tell, I should have done that. He started to tell me how life isn't very good if you're by yourself. So he's basically just like, why are you here by yourself? Have you not got a boyfriend? And then just starts chastising me for wanting to be by myself.
Can you, attention listeners, can you sound off in the Discord? Was this guy trying to mug Ashley or trying to fuck Ashley or both? Because I got to tell you, it's not good to be alone in life. That feels like a mugger. That feels like mugger romance.
He's just like, oh, I used to have a girlfriend and my life was fun then, but now it's very dull. And I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. And then he starts asking me how old I am, where I'm from, all of this sort of thing. And when I said he was like, oh, you're 20. You were 20. And I was like, no, I'm 30. Please leave me alone.
He tried to take in you, Ashley.
Yeah. And I was just like, I'm 30. And he's just like, no, you're not 30. And I'm just like, yes, I am. Fuck off. I didn't actually tell him to fuck off, but I kind of wish I had.
You should have.
But I mean, he's a 24-year-old man on a bike. I'm not gonna really try and piss him off.
Watch that tone. We've all been 24-year-old men on a bike. All right? There's nothing wrong with being a 24-year-old man on a bike.
On a moped. It's a different vibe.
One.
Anyway, it pissed me off. And it was very, I just couldn't I vocalized that I wanted him to leave me alone, and he still didn't leave me alone.
Yeah, he sounds like a right old prick.
Yes. Anyway, the other story on the beach. I really didn't have much luck trying to chill the fuck out on this holiday.
Yeah. Also, you went somewhere. You did go somewhere weird. Like you went to like the Cincinnati of Portugal. Did you not?
Yeah, it's a very tiny city with very little to look at and very little to do. But to be fair, I also didn't want to do very much. All I wanted to do was sit on a beach and read a book.
Fair.
I did get out to the beach. The beach was beautiful. It was very windy. The waves were huge, including one wave in particular, which took me the fuck out.
Knock off your bikini top, making for a classic 90s.
Oh, my bikini top was already off. I was topless on this beach.
Yo! Ow, ow,
but so look, I'm in a foreign country. I'm topless on a beach. I'm trying to feel good about myself.
I understand.
And enjoy
you
my
feel
book.
great about yourself.
I don't care. I'm lying down on my towel. I'm reading my book. My bag is next to me with all of my things. And this fucking wave out of nowhere just comes right up around all of my stuff. So my bag, my towel is completely drenched. My phone got in the sea, and thankfully it's still working.
Hey, that's all right.
So I was really fucking scared it was gonna get killed.
Oh.
And I had to like wring out my towel. And thankfully, it was just the outside of my bag. It didn't, like, all the water didn't flood into the bag, which was good. But fucking hell. And I was not a walk away from the beach. I was a ferry ride away from the beach.
Oh, bum holes. I'm going to say a couple of things. I'm sorry that happened to you. Mm-hmm. Second of all, anytime the lady, when you, like, starting from whenever I became aware that ladies not wearing clothes, real cool. Yeah. I remember when you'd see the lady doing the take off the bikini top and lay on their stomach and get the back tan. That I remember being 14, being like, "Well, what the fuck is going on?" Oh, it's just like, are you telling me if I figure out a way to startle enough of these women, I could see all of their boobs at once? This is huge. Oh my god. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't just keep them down.
This is European. This is a Portuguese European beach, of course.
I will say, I was the only person topless on this beach.
Was it a nude beach, or were you just going for it? Okay, so you were just being disrespectful to the other people. Look at my breasts.
I don't think I was being disrespectful.
Well, I don't think you're.
Firstly, there's not that much to be offended by.
I'm just saying, if it's not a nude beach, it's just a bit of a fucking move to be like.
I didn't want tan lines. Okay, no tan lines.
I'm just saying, you went to the right country. God bless the Portuguese not being like,
people there.
Madam, there's a bunch of kids playing in the waves. Could you put your waps away? I want you to know it looks like you're topless on this show right now doing the classic thing from the...
I want you to know that.
I understand, but it's just, especially with the way your hair is, because in the time before the internet, where every show's premise was basically like, two girls might kiss, two girls. Yeah.
They always had their boobs covered by their hair, didn't
always
they?
Covered by their hair. There was an Alanis Morissette music video that basically centered around that premise. And we were all about it. Well, I'm glad you had a wonderful vacation week. Quite the opposite. I had a big week. My dry bar special.
My microphone has been coming through the wrong thing. Sorry if I've been sounding terrible.
Disagree. Oh.
Do I sound much better now?
You do sound exactly the same. I just realized we haven't started the show. All of that was the cold open. Ashley, what a great cold open you provided everyone. Let's start the show. Oh, shut up. I mean, let's get that show started. Let's go right now. Here we go. Oh no, that's not right. And one more.
Okay, and we're gonna get the teeth lick now. I'm sure. Yeah.
No, yeah. Don't try and guess.
Okay.
All right. Now let's get to it. Let's start the show. Got you again, everybody. Oh, you've been seeing classic Hastings. Oh, I didn't actually hit the button that time.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Welcome, Ashley. Welcome back.
Did you start the show so that you could check a text?
I did not. I just started the show and then noticed there was like a bunch of.
It really
was
felt
so
like
many-
a John move.
No, there was just so many notifications. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And what
that
it
would
is
be the
is
kind of thing you'd do, though.
I'm not saying that your theory is not incorrect. I'm just saying in this case was not. What it was you ever have that? I assume you're in some WhatsApp groups, and you know when two people sound off in the WhatsApp group, and this happens with our Discord group, where like you just go, you're just not paying attention to it, and two people really have just a run.
Yeah.
So you just look and it just says like 800. Like I had like it's like 83 notifications. I was like, oh god, who's dead now? And now it was just
Anything fun?
No, it was literally two people making like admin to where to meet in London, which I always think is like this is not what a WhatsApp group is for.
No, take it to the private group.
Comedy gossip, give it to me. There's no good
I
comedy gossip going on.
No, there hasn't been any for a while. It's we're in a dry spell,
And
but it is that little kind of lull before the Fringe vibe thing.
I mean, I'm interested. This Fringe is going to be so interesting. I think it's going to be so much quieter. No one's going to be up there. You know what I mean? Like it's just going to be. There's like 20 of us that are doing the whole month.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
I just don't know what it's going to be.
I just feel like I have a much healthier approach to my entire life and existence this year. So,
yeah, you and me both, sister. I don't have to fucking talk about my fucking friend's brutal, grisly death every day. Oh, god damn. So excited. So excited. Oh, man. Wow. Looking back on last year, that was a real error. Not error. It's exactly what I had to do.
It had to be done, but it was difficult to get through for sure. I mean, okay, this is a Troggy exclusive. Haven't announced this anywhere yet, but you do know, because I was asking you guys for your opinion. But Troggies, it will be announced at some point. I'm doing a fucking Fringe show.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh,
hello, Paul. Paul's popped in for the news. Paul. Look at that. And what are we calling the show, Ashley?
The show is going to be called Candy Floss. It is a work in progress.
Have you thought about just doing something like a pun with your name?
I did attempt. I was doing a pun with my name the first time I was going to be doing a show in 2020. That show didn't happen, but that show was called Manning Up.
What about It's Raining Manning?
No, that's terrible. I did at that time though. I came up with a whole load of puns for it, and
oh my god, you have
one of my favorite was one small leap, one small step for Manning.
One giant leap for Manningkind.
Well, it didn't have to be the whole thing. I think just one
be.
Small step for Manning
what
was
about...
good. There was a load of really good ones. I don't remember them now.
Well, that's
but other people started doing it as well.
Generator.
It was anything that has the word man in it could usually be used, but
what about strategic Manning?
That's terrible.
What about business continuity Manning?
Manning
Gardens of Babylon.
I think there was going to be like Manning the... Because what do you say you're Manning? Manning the...
Store?
No.
What about family Manning? Remember.
Oh dear.
There are so many of these. Oh my god.
It's really fun though.
God. Oh my god. What about Town and Country Manning Act of 1990?
One Small Step for Manning was definitely my favorite. And
Metropolitan Manning Organization?
I feel like you're in a rabbit hole.
I'm not in a rabbit hole. I'm on a pun generator, and they
it's a pun generator.
and I'm not a pun generator. And I want you to know, since I said pun generator the first time, I've been scrolling down, and I only now have gotten to the end of all of the Manning puns that are in front of me. Here are just a few. Narrow Manning.
Oh, I just remembered the other one. Other one I really, really liked was The Descent of Manning.
Do you like The Descent of Manning, or do you like this one, which is Secondary Manning Crisis of 1973 to 1975, or Rothschild's Manning Family of Austria, which is a pun on the Rothschild's banking family of Austria? Swing and a miss, pun generator. So your show is called Candy Floss, and where will it be?
It's called Candy Floss, and it's going to be a work in progress. Hopefully, to come back for a longer run next year. It will not be a full run. I'm doing 2 shows in the Stands Newtown Theatre at 5:45 on the 19th and the 21st of August.
Can I say something about the venues at the Stand?
Yes.
Every year they have ones, and I've never heard of them. Where the fuck is the Newtown Theatre?
Newtown Theatre. Did you see David Hoare's show last year?
I did not.
It was the same venue that he was in. Now, he was in the theater. They seem to have some venues with the Stand and some venues not. So he was in a different room of the Newtown Theatre, but because he wasn't with the Stand. But I'm in the Stand's studio at the Newtown Theatre. The show that's in there, so I'm basically going in there on 2 days that the show that's doing it for the full run isn't there, which is Billy Kirkwood's Show Me Your Tattoos. That's going to be in there for the full month. He's not doing the 19th or the 21st. I'm going to be in there those days. It is a 70-seater venue, so please tell all of your friends and all of your enemies to come and see me, because we want to have some tension in there.
Can I say this? That sounds great. Can I just say that every few years a comedian does a show centered around all of their tattoos and the jokes about them? It is done. Stop doing it. It annoys the fuck out of it.
It's Billy. It does. This is where he has guests on to talk about their tattoos.
Okay. I guess I'm like,
he pulls it off. He has his audience for it.
Do they? I love Billy. I really do. I think he's great. I think he's great. It's just the premise of that show, in the same way that, like, the amount of times I'm like, here's what it is. It's comedians just hanging out. We're recreating the green room. Green rooms aren't that fucking
so many compilation shows are. And that's what fucking all podcasts are.
I know. And the green room,
that's what we're doing right now. So
this is not what a green room is like. I got news for you guys. You know what a green room is? There's 2 people quietly doing notes. And then occasionally, like, here's what it was. In the 80s, a bunch of people did blow, and the only place you could do blow safely was the green room. And then they would just really aggressively talk about bullshit. So it got this reputation of being like, that's where the comedians just let loose and say the N-word a lot. And it's just very weird.
Yeah.
I was talking to, I opened the show in the Irvine Improv yesterday for one of the hosts of the podcast Come Town. And we were discussing how it's really, really annoying how freedom of speech has been completely and totally taken over by the right wing, because it's just you have to, anytime you hear someone yell freedom of speech now or free speech, you just have to be like, wait, which one? This is really annoying. Like, it's just, everything's just annoying and belabored. And it's like, we've heard, just do stand up. Stop showing me your tattoos. That's just me.
Well, anyway,
Billy Kirkwood's great. Go see the show. It's just
Billy Kirkwood is great. Billy Kirkwood's great.
He's a great guy.
You can watch that man do anything and be entertained.
Anything.
Within reason.
I guarantee that guy's a lot of.
Do you know what?
Really
that guy could make taking a shit on stage quite funny, I'm sure.
Agree to disagree. I think he would probably. I think he would start, and then I think you'd be like, "Whoa!" Like, it would be weird. Like, he'd be like, "You're sweating way more than I thought you were going to." You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, "Whoa, bro."
Oh dear. Yes. Well, 5:45. So, I have an hour slot. I don't think the show will be an hour. So if you are wanting to see a show that starts
do an hour, you got time. I like how you're really setting the bar slow. Listen, it's a 70-seater. Bring people you hate, because I want tension. It's advertised as an hour. Guess what? You're getting 30 minutes. Like, no, first of all,
I'm gonna try and hit 50.
That's an hour. Newsflash, everyone. Any show you're seeing at the Fringe should be 50 minutes. If you're seeing
it should be 50 minutes. I won't hit 50, but I'm going to try and get as close as I can. I will be amazed if I get to 45.
Daniel Sloss is currently doing 2 hours on tour, and he can fuck off. That is too much talking. Shut the fuck up. I went and saw specifically him. This is where I came up with this, which is I saw his show X, which is 90 minutes. Great show. Really, really good. At the 65-minute mark, in this giant, beautiful venue in Melbourne, and I was one of these people, I watched 15 people stand up almost at one, and we all bolted to the bathroom because we all had to piss violently.
Yeah.
And then we all raced back to watch the rest of the show. It's too long. It's too much. 15 minutes is great. That is an hour. Surprise.
Well, we'll see if I get there, but it's my first time ever doing a show by myself at all. So that will be I'm legitimately very excited about it. I think it'll be really good fun. But yeah, any troggies that want to do a UTS double bill, you'll be able to, because there's a nice little gap between my show ending and John's start. You're 8:30ish.
8:35, Monkey Barrel 2. That's right.
Monkey Barrel 2. So you can get from Newtown over to Monkey Barrel. You can even stop along the way for some food. It'll be a nice evening.
Top tip, everyone. The pizza place, as long as it is still the same wood fire burning pizza place, is that's at the top of Blair Street with the good pizza. You know the one I'm talking about. The truck that's right by the Tron. Although I will say they increased their prices slightly too much last year. Let's hopefully that a little inflation restore. Because 2019, real bang for your buck, and you could really fucking murder that pizza. Also, that was the pizza place where my uncle literally bought so much pizza, he was running the Monkey Barrel staff by the end of that day. Pizza, our very own Ashley Manning definitely ate.
I think I did, yes.
I know you did. That guy,
yeah.
I just remember I walked in like when he left, and all of the, when's your uncle coming back? When he's gone home. Oh, and I was like, yeah, the chuck wagon's closed, friends.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll not be in Edinburgh. My mum will be in Edinburgh. Oh, my dad will be in Edinburgh. Oh,
what dates are they going to be there?
I have no idea.
Will your mum be able to come and see my show? Probably not.
What were the dates?
21st. It's towards the end.
She's there. I don't remember where I think she's there third week.
We'll find out.
Everyone's coming over.
We'll find out. 19th and 21st of August. I won't say any more about it, but that's when you want to be there.
Yes, no, I will be doing my show. It is just stand-up. It's real fun. I will be rested. First time I'm not doing a full month of previews before the Edinburgh Festival. I'm very excited to see how that feels. I'm going to do some festivals and make a little bit of money, and I'm going to pop in Edinburgh, and then I'm going to fuck off. I'm not even staying for the Monday. I'm leaving on the Monday. Crazy.
You're always there for the Monday.
I know. Well, it's just because I was like, but it was like last year, it was just like, oh, I'm exhausted and I want to be home.
Yeah.
Let's walk around for 24 hours, watch Heat, and eat so much pizza with Ryan Cullen. Instead, I will be flying home, and I will be in my little bed. It'll be great.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to the Fringe. I'm just fast. I just want to see what this is going to be, because last year was also so nuts in terms of there was the garbage strike. Everything was falling apart. Like, oh my God.
My brother is coming to visit. My brother is coming to visit during the Fringe. He's not going to be there during my show. He's not coming to see my show, but he will be there. So that will be another fun thing.
On the lash.
Probably, yes. We've never really gotten drunk before, so that could be quite fun.
Are you going to take him to the weird Monkey Barrel bar? Are you going to try and see if your brother could shag himself in Flyer or in the Canadian?
I don't know what that means.
Is your brother going to try and have sex with a person who is a flyer?
I really
or
don't think so.
Interesting.
No, thank you. Let's not have this conversation. Yes, all of the noise in my brain. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Here's what I predict. I think it's going to be an interesting one, because I just don't think there's going to be much of a hang, because they're going to be nigh cunt there.
No,
because here's the thing to remember.
It is going to be quieter.
If there's only 30 people that are doing the full month at, say, Monkey Barrel, let's say there's 30 people doing the full month. That's 29 people hanging out. Because as we all know, guess who does not hang out? John Boy, right here. See you in hell.
Yeah. This guy does not hang during the Fringe.
I do not.
You have to get lunch with me at least once. At least once.
I will. I did last year.
On the fucking last day.
And it was first of all, it was not the last day. It was the last week.
It may as well have been.
Nope, not the same. The may as well. That always drives me crazy when people are like may as well. It's like no, not the same.
Fine, it was the last week, but I spent 3 weeks pestering you to get to that place.
Yeah, and then I said it's gonna happen.
My plan for the Fringe is to attempt to save some money and bring a picnic with me every day so that I can
look me right in my face. Look me right in my face. I give you 5 days.
I've been doing it. I've been having these salads every day after work. I'm already in the habit of making them. I think I'll be all right.
It is going to take one night when you get on the lash. I watched Peter O'Toole on David.
I'm not going to do it every day, but I'm going to try and do it most of the days.
It's just,
and I will be drinking significantly less this year. Last year is the most I've ever drank in my life in one period of time.
I just want to let you know I've been doing this festival a long time. Everything you're saying has been said before.
I know.
By people. Like literally, I'm telling you, my favorite one was a guy said to me, not drinking this festival, not drinking this festival.
I didn't say I'm not drinking. I just said I'm drinking.
I understand, but I'm just drinking in the ballpark of what you're saying. He said that to me.
I'll still have some nights where I overdo it.
1 hours later, we were at the festival on the first night. 21, not a full day later. And that person is carried out of the Pleasance Dome, still holding one of those tequila beers.
I would really like to know who that is.
I cannot remember his name. He was one of those London comedian
Okay, so it's
people.
not somebody I know.
It's not someone like it might be. He's like a London comedian that like I've had like genuine deep conversations with. No fucking clue what that guy's name is. Like he's like he might live in Brighton or he might be from Leeds and he has a face and he is a white man. That is like if we're at the Fringe and I see him, I can be like, Ashley, that's the guy. But that's it. No idea.
That's quite funny.
And that's what I always think when people are like, this is gonna be an easy one. And I literally like I know what that guy did. We did the same thing. We went home the day before in London. We got on trains. We went to Edinburgh. We put our bags in a room, and then he got content. Any shows you're excited to see in the Fringe? By the way, we will see you guys all on Wednesday.
I'm excited to see your show.
It's gonna be very good. Lots of
I'm very excited
fun
to see
stand-up jokes, and in the room that everyone enjoyed seeing me, which was the fucking Monkey Barrel 2.
Yes, you're back in that room.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I said it to a bunch of industry in Melbourne, and they were all like, "Oh, you were perfect in that room." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Weird.
That was a weird thing to say. And I was like, "All right." I do like it though.
It's a nice room. It is a nice room. It gets hot, but
as fuck though. Holy
yeah, but
shit.
you do well in the heat.
No, I don't. I just have learned that you need to address things. This is the thing that's so funny about British comedy is there's certain things that everyone views as a superpower, which is just genuine human interaction. It's so crazy when you go into a room and there's something different, you address it. Yeah, that's called being a human being, you British fucks. And I'm aware that you're Irish, but Ireland's infected.
No, we like a good elephant. We like a good elephant.
It's so fucking. It drives me insane. The amount of times I
say we. I don't think I fall into this bracket.
I don't think you do. I think you would. But like the amount of times there's like,
I don't address things when I'm on stage that much, but that's out of fear, not awkwardness.
So there is a clip of me being heckled by Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman had been heckling I was the 8th comedian. The reason why I went after him was 7 other people just sort of went, "Oh, Dennis Rodman's a bit fucking lippy," and it's like, we have the microphone. What the fuck are you all doing? Oh, it's my biggest pet peeve in the world with comedians. Especially when you arrive late to a show and you're like, "Oh, there's a real heckler." Well, what's happening? Well, he just keeps interrupting. Has someone told him to go fuck himself? Well, no. Well, now that will happen. Like it's just like pick a fight. And by the way, come to the Monkey Barrel too, because that heat. Guess what that brings out in people, especially. The alcohol in come sit in the sauna after.
It's a wild room. It is a wild room. I think that's us wrapping up this episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on Wednesday. Where
tune in on Wednesday. We'll talk about what shows we're looking forward to seing because
we'll discuss my special that came out on Thursday. I did a little bit of a marketing campaign. All right. We'll see you on Wednesday. Chris is not here because he's addicted to heroin now. He has a heroin problem. He's on the horse, and he has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and also what else is uncurable? Typhoid. But he'll be fine. He'll be back next week probably. I don't fucking know. Oh, one classic prank. I fucking got you, Ashley. Also, can we talk more about this hat on Wednesday? I really like it. I feel like it's like new Ashley.
About the hat.
Yeah. Let me put it this way: with this hat, you may want to pay attention to this Irish lady because she might be offering some information you will require.
And that's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all.
Thanks you, Ashley. That's right. You didn't think we could do this anymore, but we can. We're gonna get kicked off YouTube. Don't give a fuck.
And that's all. Penis into her vagina.